Hey everyone! Today we're going to talk about the tree hierarchy in PlotGrid.app. So here in the home page, we're going to click Start Writing Now. And at first, you'll see this on the left side. You'll see a book and chapters, your grid, notes, and trash. So let me just expand this area a little bit so we can see a little better. Now in your tree, you can click this little arrow to expand and collapse certain trees. And if you click a tree, you'll be able to edit it on the right side. And if you have a lot of these, what you can do is right click on one and you could say collapse all, which will collapse all the trees, or you can right click and expand all, which will expand all of them, including the ones in your plot grid. PlotGrid.app starts with a book and chapter, but it is very flexible. You can do anything you want. You can have sub-chapters, you can have multiple books. It's all up to you. So for example, let's say I have my book 1. I can right click and duplicate. Now I have a copy of the book. And I'll just rename this to my book 2 and just leave this alone as chapter 1. Okay, so let's say you wanted to add another chapter. You can right click on chapter 1 and say create card after, or you can say card before or card child, which will make it a child of this chapter. So let's just try card after first. So now that we have a card after chapter 1, we can call this chapter 2. But again, it's very flexible. So let's say in chapter 1, I have some notes that I want to keep. I can right click, create, card child, and this will be a child of that chapter, as you can see here. And I'll just say chapter 1 notes. And again, you can right click, you can create cards, you can also create more plot grids. So let's say if I want to create a plot grid under this chapter, I can right click, create, grid child. And now I have a plot grid for this chapter. And you can make as many grids as you want. If I want to move this grid up, I can click it and just drag it up. And now it's the first thing in my chapter. Okay, let's say I didn't want notes and I wanted to trash it. So I can right click it and hit trash. If you wanted to edit, let's say chapter 2, you can click it and you can start typing here. So this is the paper way and you can hear the typewriter audio. But for a more detailed way of editing this chapter, and you can do this for all tree nodes in here, you can click this icon and here you can have more options. You can add tags such as fire, and tags you can use to search for things later. Pretty cool. You could change the icon to a dragon, let's say. Let's type happy. Make it a happy face and change the color. So now this chapter will be colored and has a happy face. And another thing you can do besides typing here is double clicking. So I can double click chapter 2 and it'll open up the pop-up window. Another cool feature, if you happen to like having tons and tons of branches, so let's say I'll create a child here, I'll create another child here, I'll create a card after. So let's say I'm working heavily in chapter 2 and I don't want to see all this clutter. What I can do is right click here on chapter 2 and then click on root, and root will make it the first node on this tree window. So I'll click root and now I'm here and all I see is cards of this root. And if I want to go back to to the beginning of the tree, I'll just click this icon here, which goes back. And I'm back here. So let's say you don't like having icons and colors. In the options, you can set them off if it's too much information for you. So let's go to settings. And on the right side, scroll down to tree icons. You can hide or show them. So I'll hide them. And the colors, the trash, or the page icons. So you can do a lot here. So let's hide the colors and the icons and the trash. Let's go back to the tree hierarchy by clicking up here. And now we have a clean view of just the cards, the folders, and the tree grid if you happen to not need the icons. And that's a little overview of the tree hierarchy. I hope you enjoyed this video, and good luck with your novel, and I'll make more videos. I'll see you in the next one.